which aims to accelerate intra-African trade. Furthermore, future connected summits should aim to deliver next frontier investors, specific goals for inclusive and sustainable development, a manifestation of our Pan-African drive for unity, progress, and a collective prosperity pursued under the African Renaissance. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope the Connected Summit 2023 will leave an indelible impression on all of you. I'm optimistic, ladies and gentlemen, that all participants and organizations represented here can enhance broader collaboration in order to promote the growth and the sustainability of this field. As I conclude, I wish to reiterate my sincere gratitude to all our sponsors, delegates, and our great host, Kwale County. I think we can never forget that. Kwale County has been great to us. They would like to come again. We have been invited to go to the beaches. So before I exit the space, I would just like to tell you that every technology comes with its challenges. So as we celebrate these technological revolutions that we are watching across the world, let us not lose the fact that the challenges that the same technology could pose has the capacity to threaten the very essence of humanity. So as we discuss across the board on what we want to do with these new technologies, we must also think about our human essence. For example, if we are going to use the AI technology, are we going to say AI replaces the human brain and starts doing what human beings do? How far can the AI technology be used? We want to do many things, including laying the fiber. We have also to think, how long does the fiber stay without asking for repairs? So what options do we have? The point is to see whether we can use this technology within acceptable human ethical principles so that it does not in itself become a threat to human existence. So with those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you and wish you all the best, wish you a happy summit, happy deliberations, a happy Easter holiday, and very soon there will be a happy Ramadan. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I now have the high privilege and the distinguished honor to welcome Lady Justice Olga Sewe to make some observations on behalf of our Chief Justice, and then I will ask her to probably invite for us the next speaker. Let her finish, we shall take care of ourselves. Okay.
Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, the Cabinet Secretary for Information, Technology, and Digital Economy, Honorable Eliud Owalo, the Ministers for the region present, PSS, CEOs, Honorable Members of Parliament, the Governor of Kwale, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to be here this morning to represent the judiciary as the presiding judge of Mombasa High Court. I come on behalf of the Chief Justice, who was unable to be here with you, was invited, but she's currently hosting a symposium on environment in Africa the third conference of Africa Judicial Education Network on Environmental Law. This involves the Chief Justices of Africa, and she's currently hosting them in Nairobi. So I bring her apologies to you. And just to share something brief about our journey in the judiciary and our interaction with technology, the intersection between the judiciary and technology presents an opportunity, a great opportunity, to positively transform the Kenyan legal landscape. It is plain to see that in recent years, technology has been advancing at an unprecedented pace, and it will be critical to ensure that the fast pace of technological innovation does not outpace the digitalization of our judicial systems. It is essential, therefore, for the judiciary to work in tandem with the ICT industry and other stakeholders to keep up with these changes and also to adapt to the new challenges that technology poses in the legal area. Harnessing these digital advancements has potential of helping the judiciary to be more effective as it serves the all-important role of upholding the rule of law. So it would be important to begin by acknowledging that with the advent of COVID, the impetus increased for the judiciary to embrace technology in a more meaningful manner. So the Chief Justice who was then in office, retired Chief Justice Maraga, issued practice directions on electronic case management in March 2020. And since then, the judiciary has piloted and increasingly used technological initiatives in justice delivery, many of which continue to be in use to date. The use of case tracking system, for example, continues to provide clarity and uniformity in court operations and has streamlined the administrative roles at court stations. From virtual courtrooms, online hearings, electronic filing systems, to virtual delivery of judgments, technology in our courts has made the legal process more efficient, the judicial process more efficient and accessible to Kenyans. This has helped ensure that justice can be served in a more timely and effective manner. The virtual court hearings have also enabled witnesses to testify remotely, while also making it possible for judges and magistrates to bypass the limitations of physical courtrooms that are also few in number. Then beyond COVID, embracing technology has helped us to improve service delivery, including increased access to justice for those who cannot attend in-person hearings. And remember, the vision of our Chief Justice is social transformation through access to justice. And technology is a key pillar for us to realize that vision. There's more efficiency in scheduling cases and feedbacks mechanism, so people get to know the outcomes from the comfort of their homes. Electronic filing systems and online databases would make it easier for our lawyers to access legal documents and share information with their clients. This has resulted in a judicious, effective, efficient, and timely resolution of cases as envisioned in our Constitution. It is said that justice delayed is justice denied, and we've seen that technology has been instrumental in addressing the perennial issue of case backlog, thereby helping us in the judiciary to expedite processes and be able to speed up the wheels of justice. Technology has also reduced the cost of litigation by providing cost-effective alternatives to the traditional court settings. Lawyers don't have to attend court. You can join us from Nairobi or from wherever you are. Video conferencing, therefore, has made it possible for justice to be accessed remotely, reducing costs, as I've mentioned. It has also replaced the traditional paper-based systems. We are in the process of migrating files onto the digital format, And that we've seen has helped us. Issues of missing files and inefficiencies of that sort have greatly reduced. Another low-hanging fruit for us in the judiciary is that technology has helped us preserve documents. Paper-based documents only last for a while, but this has been a game changer in many ways. Technology has helped us have different ways of doing things. So what are the opportunities? There are opportunities that have arisen as a result of us embracing technology. Greater transparency and improved public confidence has been a direct result of live-streamed court proceedings, which has allowed members of the public to witness firsthand as justice is served. Similarly, the use of digital evidence, such as emails and social media resources, has become increasingly important in many ways. Today, court processes are served via email, and that makes it really efficient as opposed to what used to happen of having to visit a party and serve them personally. Now, what are the challenges? There are challenges that come with technology. One of them is concerns the sensitivity of legal information, the use of digital evidence. That, for instance, raises concerns about privacy, about data protection, authentication, and the admissibility of such evidence in court. Now, adoption of technology, therefore, calls for the responsibility of ensuring robust cybersecurity measures and policies to safeguard sensitive legal data. In an age of digital communication, it's more important than ever before to ensure that sensitive information is secure and protected from manipulation. We have, in this regard, Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act, that its enforcement will be critical for us. Another apparent challenge is ensuring that everyone has access to technology. While some have resources and skills, there are others that may not. This could lead to potential disparities, and we appreciate that the CSICT has ongoing initiatives to improve digital infrastructure by expanding the network of fiber connectivity. Artificial intelligence has been mentioned. Today, one cannot talk about technology without mentioning it, and it could probably be the next frontier of government operation systems. And technologically advanced countries foresee the rise of aspects of AI, like predictive analytics, and are being increasingly incorporated in the preparation, analysis, and prosecution of legal cases. It would be interesting to see how we can leverage on that. So what are our recommendations? To capitalize on the aforementioned benefits, to address the challenges, and the judiciary. Our Chief Justice is committed to working closely with the technocrats and experts in this field to develop policies and procedures that will make us even more efficient. This may involve legislating new laws and regulations that govern the use of technology in the judiciary, as well as investing in training and education programs that can help legal professionals understand the potential benefits and risks. It may also mean involving the public in discussions about how their personal data could be used in this area. We also need feedback on how new policies could impact on them, as outlined in the Data Protection Act. So in conclusion, as we move forward into an increasingly digital future, the judiciary has no choice but to adapt to the ever-changing technological landscape. The intersection between the judiciary and technology presents exciting opportunities. Despite the challenges, I believe that the benefits of using technology in the judiciary far outweighs the risks. So by embracing technology, we can make the judicial system more efficient, accessible, and fair to all. By working together, we can ensure that technology is used in a way that enhances the ability of the judiciary to serve the public while also protecting individual rights. I thank you for inviting us to this one.
Thank you so much. One more round of applause for Honorable Lady Justice Olga Osewe, ably representing the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya. Before we move on, I understand that we have just been joined by the Honorary Consul of Estonia here to Kenya. A round of applause for them. Thank you so much for joining us. A key partner in all of this. As we move on, I know I wear a different hat in a different forum, but I come in peace, PS, in the spirit of neutrality. So I want to call on PS Engineer John Tanui to move us on for the rest of the program. You can kindly make your way up. Thank you, PS.
Thank you very much, and also thanks to the representative of Chief Justice, Justice Olga Osewe. We appreciate your comments. Your Excellency, we've listened mainly from the public sector, but in this forum and this summit, it has very strong support from the private sector, not only today, but for over the years. We have over 50 private sector institutions who are participating and are sponsoring this event. And to hear the voice of the private sector, we are going to have two representatives. We'll start with a representative of Cisco, the country representative of Digital Acceleration Program, Clayton Naido. We'll just have a few remarks, and thereafter we have the director in Safaricom, George Njuguna, who is in ICT, CIO Safaricom. He will follow after. Welcome.
Prime Secretary, Cabinet Secretary, Senator, board members, executive committees, CEOs, captains of industries, all protocol observed. On behalf of Cisco and behalf of our country manager, Shane Rahim, thank you so much for the opportunity and welcome to Connect Summit 2023. I'm here to talk to you about investments today. And often in the private sector, we want to come after government and we look for opportunities, but here, on this particular Connect Summit, we actually want to talk about investments. And I want to talk about investment through a program that we have at Cisco called Country Digital Acceleration. I am blessed to have this job leading investments across Africa, so I lead Cisco's Country Digital Acceleration across Africa. So what is Cisco's Country Digital Acceleration? It is an industry-leading collaborative framework and business model where real societal problems faced by government leaders can be solved by strategic co-investment in training, innovation, and mass-scale digitization. The CDA model, the Country Digital Acceleration model, is based on a high degree of trust and deep engagement across our ecosystem and partners and creates a continuum value from ideation to execution. Underpinning the Country Digital Acceleration, it is a requisite commitment, so we want government to play it forward with us, and partnering with industry, academics, governments, and leaderships to ensure that we power a sustainable and inclusive future for everybody, and specifically here in Africa and for Kenya. If you look at our investments across the world, we are active in the CDA program in 50 countries. We have made investments in 1,500 projects, and these projects are anything from government critical infrastructure to healthcare, to transportation, to manufacturing and smart cities. We are proud here in Kenya to partner with the Kenya ICT Authority. We've signed an MOU a couple of weeks ago and we launched it. And we're going to bring the CDA program to Kenya to focus on a couple of pillars, and that is overall digitization of certain of the institutes within government as well as training and development. Now, it's important that as we think about digitization and as we play it forward, we believe in the private sector as well as captains of industry, we actually have a moral obligation. And we think about this moral obligation, we think about it in 3 pillars. The first pillar is all about the digital divide and connecting the unconnected. And I think many of the speakers brought it up, is as we focus on technologies and advanced technology and digitization, we ensure that we're taking care of the unconnected. We're bridging the digital divide, and I believe that's a moral obligation we have. The second moral obligation we have is digital skills. And this is important because we have to train for the future. And if you read the Future of Jobs report and any other reports, it talks about 85 million jobs being displaced through this shift of labor between humans and machines. But at the same time, it talks about 97 million new jobs being created. So we need to ensure that we don't create or contribute towards unemployment. We focus on employability. And that's the role we want to play at Cisco. One of the pillars of our investments with the Kenya ICT Authority is our Networking Academy program. It's evolved. It's been a flagship in Africa for a while, and it's been established in Kenya for a while. In Kenya, some of the numbers so far, we have trained at least 30,000 plus students a year through our Networking Academy, 105,000 since inception, through 50 academies. We're looking to double that over the next coming years. If you look at our pledge that we've made at the US, together with the US administration, Cisco has pledged to train 3 million people in Africa in the next 10 years. So it's important that we focus on the digital skills in addition to the digital divide. The last moral dilemma that I want to speak about is sustainability and ensure that we build an inclusive and regenerative planet. And as Cisco, as we're starting to build technology, so when you start to partner with Cisco from your infrastructure builds, as we look at the investments, we want to ensure that the infrastructure that we're building are sustainable. We want to ensure that whatever product we are building takes into mind environmental stewardship as well as circular economy. We are providing analytics around providing you reports around contributing towards your emissions and to ensure that we get to net zero by a certain period of time, right? So lastly, if you look at what we're doing from a social investments perspective in the country itself, we have invested in programs during the pandemic. Some examples is an example called Job Access. And this is a bunch of, I guess, students as well as community leaders, I would describe it better, that solved a solution in ensuring that vaccines remain relevant and remained cool during the COVID pandemic. So it developed a smart fridge using IoT technology that's built into the fridge, a very simple solution with very simple technology, but a powerful outcome, right? So that's just one example. In addition, from a Networking Academy perspective, we're partnering with organizations like Clean Start. This is one example of many other investments that we are doing across the continent as well as here specifically in Kenya. But Clean Start specifically are focusing on women and children impacted by the criminal justice system to ensure dignity and reignite hope. So we are providing a platform where they'll be able to get digital skills, get what I describe as a decent job, and get plugged back into the economy and so on, right? So we cannot do this alone. What we're looking to showcase at the Connected Summit this week is we want to move your digitization efforts out of the cupboard into action. And I know most of your country digital acceleration through your master plan is well written. We're not looking to rewrite that. We want to look to how do we bring that into life and how do we invest in it. So at our stand as well as at our side rooms, we have our teams here focusing on architecture, and we are going to go through business architecture roadmaps. So those of you that want to book can come and partner with us. We can help you define the architecture roadmaps, and at the same time, we can also look at what aspects of that architecture roadmaps you want to invest in. So on behalf of Cisco, Kenya ICT Authority CEO, thank you so much for the event. We're looking forward to the partnership. We're looking forward to executing the MOU. And overall, I wish everybody a great summit. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Prime Cabinet Secretary, Right Honorable Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communication and Digital Economy, Honorable Eliud Owalo, the Governor of Kwale County, Governor of Elgeyo Marakwet, Honorable Rotich, who is also our partner in transformation, the Chair of the Parliamentary ICT Committee, Honorable John Kerry, who we came in with very late last night, and we're looking forward to the road being opened, so but spend some valuable time discussing transformation. Our Principal Secretary of ICT and Digital Economy, Engineer John Tanui, a mentor and certainly a challenger in this journey. The Principal Secretary of Broadcasting and Telecoms, Edward Kisiangani, the Board Chairman of ICTA, Honorable Sylvanus Maritim, CEO of ICTA, Mr. Stanley Kamanguya, DG, Director General of CA, Mr. Ezra Chiloba, the Data Protection Commissioner, Mrs. Immaculate Kasait, Your Excellency Governors, dignitaries, captains of industries, innovators, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I had to cover our regulators. They were all on the front bench. Should I not mention one of them, I could get in trouble, especially the ones on the left of the room. But, but this is a very powerful room, and it's so great to be back in Diani for Connected. Today we gather in Kwale to discuss how technology can help transform our country and bring about positive change during this Connected Summit. I like the theme of today, where we're talking about endless opportunities shaping our future. And anytime there's a conversation on how our future is being shaped, especially in technology, that is a place I like to find myself, and certainly Safaricom as well. At Safaricom, our vision is to be a purpose-led technology company. And in that journey, we've experienced the transformative power of technology. We transformed fast from a mobile company to a fintech, to now a provider of integrated technology solutions. Indeed, our formation, our growth, and our transformation as a business has been enabled by many of the stakeholders in this room, from policymakers that created an enabling environment for growth, to tech partners that help us build and deliver solutions and innovative products, and also our millions of customers who believed that we could be the better option. Over the last 23 years, we have grown into a globally recognized company, especially because of our fintech platform, M-Pesa. But at the heart of this success is our customers. Each day they push us to be better, but also embody the spirit of Twaweza. When we come together, great things happen. Each day we securely and seamlessly transact over 80 million transactions on the M-Pesa platform. And these really power businesses, hustles, and indeed the economy of this great nation. Our country, and indeed the global community, has faced enormous challenges together in the spirit of Tuinwane and continue to spark growth, not only within our country, but even expanded into Ethiopia, which is the largest foreign direct investment by a Kenyan company since independence. We believe that technology does not only empower people and communities, but it also opens local and global opportunities. We know the mobile phone is not just a communication device. We've seen what it has done in terms of financial inclusion, from when M-Pesa came into the country in 2007, where we had below 20% financial inclusion, to now where we boast close to 90%. And indeed, they say that 1 in every 10 people who use a mobile phone for transactions is doing it in Kenya. That shows and has made us a global powerhouse in the fintech space, and also underpin the fact that we are a hotbed of innovation. I want to believe that in this conference, as we go through Connected, and as I've heard from the PSs and the CSs and the CEOs, one of the things that will come out of here is the next M-Pesa, the next solution, the next innovation, the next spiring into be a hotbed of talent and innovation. As we experience unprecedented growth in this industry, we also need to focus on digital trust. I heard our PS in broadcasting touch on that. As much as technology has the power to transform, the power to create opportunities, it can also be used in the wrong hands to also wreak havoc. I think one failure in a certain space can even cause a total lack, not just in an industry, but even in a country. We need to look at how we protect the government and other industries as they move into digitization. Cybersecurity is not optional. Cybercrime continues to accelerate at an alarming rate globally. Last year as a continent, it cost us over 400 billion shillings, and specific to Kenya, 54 billion of that. Safaricom is committed to providing accessible and affordable connected technology that has cyber protection at its core to protect critical assets and data. We also focus on enablement. For our citizens to access digital capabilities, devices have to become affordable. Through the Lipa Mdogo Mdogo platform, we've been able to connect over 1 million new customers to affordable 4G devices. And they can now get on the network and not just be able to communicate, but also to do their business. Through the new program, we're working on the government by bringing devices for local manufacturing here in Kenya. We believe that that number is going to quadruple and even grow much more. What about software? We believe in building solutions in Kenya for Kenya. This does not only create jobs and opportunities for young people across the nation, but also helps Kenya to grow in terms of being able to export software and technology to other nations. Over the last 6 months, we've directly engaged over 3,000 university students in a program we call Build by Safaricom. We've been working to influence curriculums, and also we've been able